Hey guys, it's Vornskyr here, and today we're playing Assetto Corsa. This is a racing simulation game. It's been in early access on Steam for a fair while now, and it's finally come into its release candidate phase. Now what that means is that the game is feature complete, but they're not quite ready to release it, I think. So they want to do a bit more testing before they actually say that, this is the game, it's released, so on. So they've added a bunch of stuff, a bunch of new cars, a few new tracks, including Spa. So we'll have a look at that. There's a ton of different changes and stuff. I'll put a link to the announcement in the video description because I haven't actually had any video of this on my channel before, so I'm not going to, going through a lot of the changes probably won't make that much sense. But so one cool thing is that they've also added a career mode, or they've implemented the career mode, whatever you want to call it. So I might do a quick drive and show off one of these new cars. I've never driven this car before, so it's the Shelby Cobra. That should be pretty interesting. And I'll just go practice mode because I've never driven it. I've only driven Spa on a couple of laps. Let's have a look at what I've got it set up first. Manual gearbox, manual clutch, and it doesn't, I do the throttle and everything myself. That's for when you're shifting, just heel to or whatever. I've got the racing line turned on because I don't really know the braking points on this track yet. Traction control and ABS are both set for factory. I believe this setting means that if the car came from factory with ABS or with traction control, it will use them. Otherwise it won't use them. This car, I don't think it would have had traction control or ABS. Stability controls turned off, fuel consumption on, mechanical damage at about 50%, tyre wear is turned on, tyre blankets on. I think that this means that your tyres will be automatically warmed up for you, like they'll already be warmed up as soon as you start, rather than having to do a warm-up lap or anything like that. And slipstream effect is 1 times. I guess that's if you're following another car really closely. But so yeah, so we'll do a couple laps with this Shelby on Spa, and then we might check out career mode, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here we are. Now one thing that's annoying about this game, at least from my point of view with recording and everything, is that it's actually 2 separate clients. So what you saw earlier with the menus and everything was what they call the launcher, and this is then the actual racing part, or client, whatever you want to call it, which means that there might be some kind of weird jumping backwards and forwards between them because I've got to start and stop the recording software. But anyway, so let's get into this. I could set up some settings for the car and all that, a bunch of different gears, tires, all that sort of stuff. I'm just going to leave it in its default setting at the moment, and we'll just see how it goes. So there we go. This game does have TrackIR support, by the way. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it's enough to look backwards and forwards. So we've got a 4-speed gearbox. Man, listen to that, that's awesome. Sound effects in this game are so good. And that's Windows being a dick. Fuck off, Windows. No matter how many times I tell it not to show me that, it always wants to show me. That's the horn. Alright. So let's just do a couple practice laps. God, it's breaking traction just in the pits. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can go flat through here like the Formula 1 cars do. I doubt it. I just damaged my engine a little bit. Yeah, I had to back off there. I'm going to go straight into the wall. Ow. That's what happens when you try to go flat like a Formula 1 car. Alright. Yeah, I love the engine noises in this game. Up to maximum speed, well, up to 4th gear already, top gear. Got a turn coming up here. Don't know how much earlier I have to brake. There's the lack of ABS kicking in. So it looks like the racing line is pretty conservative at the moment. Oops. That's a little bit too much throttle in our 2nd gear. I'm not particularly great at this game in case you're wondering. And it's one of those games that you need to spend a fair bit of time with the cars. I can't even get moving on the bloody grass. You need to spend a bit of time with the cars to, and the tracks to really know what you're doing. And of course, the Shelby is one of those cars that's kind of notorious for being difficult to drive, in real life at least. So I just want to be kind of delicate on the controls, I guess. Let me reset TrackIR as well. That's a bit better. Let's go. The slightest amount of throttle and you're gone. That's crazy. So this is one of the cars that'll take a lot of practice, I think. Because I'm barely managing to tip-toe around the track. So a bit of brake there, down into second. I'm barely controlling it just at that speed. Alright, we made it around a corner. Success! Another corner there now though. Understeering a bit. Being really gentle on the throttle. Alright. This game takes a bit of concentration to play properly, by the way, so my commentary may not make a lot of sense. Yeah, there we go, dropped it again. Bloody hell. Alright, let's flick it around. There we go. I mean, just putting your foot down means that you're going to light up the rears, basically. Might be able to do a bit of adjustments in the alignment, or but not alignment, but the car settings. Tune the suspension a little bit or something, but I'm not really sure. Didn't need to slow down that much there. Alright, get a bit of speed here. I think this is a pretty tight turn coming up. Yeah, it is. Brake too hard. Ooh, come on. No, too much throttle. Let's just burn out a bit. This thing is insane. I mean, obviously you could turn the traction control all the way on if you want to, and I think maybe when you're learning this car that may be a good idea. This is another tight turn, I know that. Let's keep it in seconds, so hopefully I don't light it up too much. There we go. Probably should have gone down to first, but... okay. Try and drive this lap a bit faster. Come on, keep it going. Somehow made it through there. Alright. Got a nice long straight here. And I'll brake a bit later this time. Locked it up, but kept it going. Probably want to go a bit slower here. Try not to put too much power down. Managed to hold it there. Almost. Okay, braking. Braked a bit too early there, I think. But at the same time, ran really wide as well. Alright. It's one of those things that it feels like you're going really slowly, but that might be the best way to control it. At least with my skill level. It's also a bit, I do think the braking on the racing line is really conservative, so I'm trying to go a bit later, or just letting off the throttle rather than braking the whole way, but have to see how it goes, I guess. Made it through there kind of okay, I guess. Alright, another tight turn here. It's just putting down the throttle. It's so hard to put down the throttle without spinning it, like lighting up the rears. There we go though, a bit of speed now. Take it easy around this corner. And brake. Brake too hard again. Bloody hell. Coming so close to losing it. Oh, got a wheel on the grass. Going to first for this corner. Oh, there you go. That's a lap of Spa, almost. I thought that was on the main straight, but it's not. There's one more corner to go. This is what happens when I try to talk while I play this game at the same time. It stops making sense. There we go, that's more like it. Wow. I love this track. I mean, you can tell I've not driven much of it because I don't really have the layout memorized or anything like that. But I mostly only know this track from watching Formula 1 and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's really cool. So how bad is the car damaged? The visual damage doesn't seem to show up that much. That was the... yeah, I don't know. It looks more damaged on the readout than it looks in game, I guess, but... it's pretty cool. Doesn't really let you smoke the tyres up or anything while you're in this area here. There we go. Alright, well let's go back to the main menu and we'll have a look at the career mode. Alright, so here we go, career mode. Novice Series 1, that sounds about right for me. So it looks like it's got 5 events. There must be a bunch of different careers as well. Novice, I, and T by the looks of it, and maybe some more further down there, I'm not really sure. Probably not actually. Okay, so what do we got in Novice? It looks like the Fiat Abarth. Okay, win 3 bronze medals to move on to the next series. Let's we'll do one race of this, I guess, and we'll see how it goes. So time attack, race, time attack, race. Well, I guess all I'm going to do is press start and we'll see how it goes. So I've only got to get 100 points by the looks of it. Alright, so here's our little Fiat Abarth. Let's jump into the driver's seat. So we're doing a time attack mode by the look of it. Alright, well let's see how it goes. This car is so slow compared to the Shelby. And I don't know this track at all. But it's fairly easy to drive as well, which is why it's the novice car. With that being said, so my checkpoint is here. So I guess I've just got to keep... oh god, losing it. It's tons of understeer. So I just got to keep hitting these checkpoints, I guess. I only need to get 100 points. So that'll be my goal for the bronze medal. I should be able to do better than that though, hopefully. Alright, got a turn coming up here. Where's the next checkpoint? Further away than I kind of thought it would be. But we're still going to make it. There we go, so that's the bronze medal already. So I guess we just keep going until the clock runs out of time, presumably. So it looks like it's a pretty short track as well, what we're racing on at the moment, or driving on. I do love the detail of the car models and everything like that, like the dashboards and everything are really nicely modelled. Not that I've been inside one of these cars, but I can imagine that this is pretty much exactly what it looks like on the inside. Alright, come around this corner. So this does seem to be kind of designed to introduce you to the game and teach you the basics of it, rather than just jumping into a free drive sort of thing with some of the fast, powerful cars. Didn't brake hard enough. Oh, I've lost points as well. So that's, gotta be careful of that. You can actually feel it kind of washing out a bit as you're trying to go through there with full throttle, as you'd expect. You're not really supposed to drive like that. And my pedals keep slipping away underneath my feet. I keep pushing them away accidentally. Well, the bronze medal was pretty easy to get, to be honest. TrackIR keeps glitching a little bit. I mean, I had no idea what to expect on the difficulty of this career mode race, but it's not too bad at the moment. Presumably it will get a fair bit more difficult in the future. Oh, am I going to get this checkpoint? Yes, barely. Looks like I got an achievement as well. Alright, we'll keep pushing through here then. Still somehow getting the checkpoints. That little glitch you can see every now and then is actually because of TrackIR as well. It's, I'm moving a bit too far back, so it's actually pushing the camera back through the driver's head. Oops. Went in there a little bit too fast, I think. So I think it was gold 3,000 points, I think. Might even be able to get that if I don't screw up too badly. We'll see. Am I gonna make it? No, I didn't make it. Well, 2,500 points. That'll do, so that should be the bronze medal. So let's go back to the main menu and we'll see how I did. Alright, so I got the silver medal by the looks of it, so I'll press continue. And so I guess the next one would be this race. So I might leave that till next time. So yeah, this has been Assetto Corsa. It's pretty cool. It looks like these novice career ones may not be the most interesting until we start getting out into some faster cars. But that's the way it always is with racing games, isn't it? Like you start off in the slow front-wheel drive cars, then you kind of move up to something a bit fancier. So you can see by the end, basically by the end of the novice series, we should have the, or by the end of this stage of the novice series, we should be driving a BMW M3, the E30, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I guess I'll have some more videos on this coming out in the future. But let me know what you thought. Obviously the driving's not particularly great, but that's what happens when you jump into a brand new car on a brand new track in this game. It takes a bit of time to get used to it all. But yeah, so as always, I've been Vornskyr. I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.